It feels great. I've been away from America and the United States for 8 months. As I was telling Kevin, I've been to England, Spain, India, back to Spain, and finally back in Washington, D.C. This is where I was born and raised. My mom was at the game tonight with my little niece, so it means the world to me to be back here in D.C. and to play in front of my home fans and just feel like we're in a comfortable environment. I think once you travel the world as we've done, you feel very lucky to be an American, especially as a woman. You have a lot of opportunities to play sports, and you have a lot of people that want to watch you play sports, and that's very unique in terms of a global perspective.
What's different about this organization compared to places you played in Spain and England?
It's a bit similar because they have the men's side that goes along with it, and I think that's very important, is to have a men's brand and a men's foundation and base to build the women's program off of. When I played for Espanyol in Spain, there's obviously the men's club is very strong there. So they already have a lot of following that can just pick up and come to the women's game. And so it's a very family atmosphere, and you have a much stronger connection with the men's club. And I think in terms of the big picture, it's better.
So I followed a little bit of your arrival on Twitter. I think it was you got in Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then checked into the Marriott on Friday or something like that?
Yeah, we got into JFK. We flew Kuwait Airlines. It was the cheapest flight we could find from London to JFK. It was an interesting flight. The food was kind of spicy, but landed at JFK at around 6:30. Got picked up by one of our friends, and then drove about 5 hours to get down here, and we checked into our hotel around 1 o'clock in the morning.
And so have you had any practice with this team before?
No, today was our first day with the team. Got to meet the coaches and got to meet all the girls and learn all their names. But, soccer is soccer, right? No matter where you go. So it's great to be here, and I think our teammates are fantastic. And I know a lot of them from growing up in this area and from playing with them in the small world of soccer. So it was easy to get to know them right away.
So how did it feel going out there tonight?
It felt great to get back onto a big grass field and running around, but I was definitely tired. The jet lag is starting to kick in on the lactic acid, but it felt really nice to put on the DC United women's uniform and to come out here and play on this beautiful field that Germantown provides for us and really play against a great team. I mean, Boston's been playing together for probably months at this point, if not longer, because they have a lot of players from the WPS team. And so it was definitely a challenge tonight to keep up with them and to keep the score at 1-0.
You guys had a couple of chances.
Yeah, definitely. We had one or two, I would say, decent, really good. One really good chance, and the rest of them were more half chances. But it could have been 1-1. But I would say our goalkeepers made some amazing saves tonight, so we were lucky to have them.
What kind of adjustments you guys think you have to make in training the next few weeks as you're getting to know each other and meshing together, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's just a matter of really meshing and figuring out what each player is good at. Every player has a role and has strengths, so I think it's just playing to each person and each athlete's strengths and just fine-tuning our game plan and the skills and our tactical ideas. I don't think we know what formation we're going to play, and really like what the starting lineup is. So once you really get to know one another, I think it'll be easier.
It seemed like you started at 4-5-1 and went to a 4-4-2 at some point.
Yeah, we did. Where'd it go? Way to pick that up, Kevin. He's so smart. Yeah, we started with the 4-5-1 just to play a bit defensive, to feel them out. Obviously, we knew they were going to be a really good team, so we started off a bit defensively, but then we pushed up more once the game started going on.
And what do you think they should do about the gnats on this field?
I think, like Qatar, for the World Cup, they should have it like bubbled in and air conditioned, so then maybe it could keep the bugs away. At halftime we had this huge scare. We had this bee about this size in the locker room, and we were all squealing like 10-year-old girls because we were scared. So we started spraying it with this spray, and so it was basically fumigating the room, and so we all had to leave and have our halftime talk outside. It's pretty interesting.
Did anything like that happen to you in Spain?
In Spain, let's see. Oh, they start watering the field as you're warming up, and you literally get soaked. You get sprayed with these huge water guns. It's quite amusing, actually. And then you go into the locker room when you're soaking wet. So that's probably
Well, you don't need a shower.
the strangest thing. I know, right? Spain was definitely an experience. Very interesting.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.